I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. MAGA Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene committed a very serious crime that was caught on camera last week. In fact, it happened during an interview she gave with Fox where she was talking about notes she took when she was given access to a sensitive compartmented information facility, or a SCIF for short, where she reviewed a classified record and she took notes about the classified record. The classified record was intended to cause harm to our national security. That's why the document was classified in the first place. She took notes on it and disseminated those notes on an interview she gave with Fox. I'll give you some more of the background and then I'll show you the tape. But the MAGA Republicans for months now have been talking about whistleblowers against President Joe Biden. It turns out that these people are either not whistleblowers, they either don't exist, they are foreign assets that are actually looking to harm our national security interest, or the MAGA Republicans say right before these whistleblowers are supposed to give testimony that, oh, the whistleblowers disappeared or they're too intimidated to give testimony. It seems that these whistleblowers simply don't exist and are not whistleblowers at all. So the MAGA Republicans changed their tactic, and back in 2020, Rudy Giuliani laundered a bunch of documents that essentially came from those sympathetic to Vladimir Putin in Ukraine at the time. And these were documents about Hunter Biden and other very defamatory documents, and the credibility of these documents was very much doubted. In fact, at the time, Attorney General Bill Barr appointed a United States attorney to actually look into what Rudy Giuliani had laundered from kind of pro-Putin sources abroad. And the allegations and these documents were essentially rejected as being baseless and entirely without merit by Bill Barr and the Department of Justice under Donald Trump. But the MAGA Republicans remembered these documents existed, and these documents, which basically include hearsay on top of hearsay on top of hearsay, where FBI confidential sources would be contacted by foreign nationals or individuals who are sympathetic to Putin or whoever abroad to make accusations without proof against then candidate Joe Biden. And anybody can make these allegations or complaints. And so the FBI informant would take down the allegations that came from this additional hearsay source, this additional third party that lacked credibility and didn't have proof. And then they just took down the notes, and basically that's it. So the MAGA Republican approach is, we want to publish one of those allegations where some third party made this allegation without proof that President Biden received bribes. We want to publish that allegation because they don't have access to the whistleblower, and they want to defame President Biden. And so one of the things they demanded is that FBI Director Christopher Wray give them access to the document. Christopher Wray said, look, we don't just give access to allegations that are made that lack proof. Otherwise, everybody would be defamed with complete and total conjecture. And additionally, because these documents seem to be reflective of a foreign source that is trying to cause harm to our national security interest, publishing that achieves the aim of our adversaries abroad, who frankly, one of them, Russia, engaged in an unlawful invasion of Ukraine. So the MAGA Republicans, who don't seem to care about our national security and want to, in my view, overthrow our democracy, said they were going to hold Christopher Wray, the FBI director, who, by the way, is a Republican, was appointed by Donald Trump, who said he had an impeccable reputation. They wanted to hold Christopher Wray, the FBI director, in contempt if they didn't see this document, if he didn't produce it. And so FBI Director Christopher Wray said, look, because it's still classified, I can show it to you in a sensitive compartmented information facility, so you can come over here if you want to look at the document. And so the MAGA Republicans and Democrats went there. The document is what I described. It is a hearsay allegation that was made to an FBI informant from another party that didn't have any proof, that just made a wild defamatory accusation about President Biden. But facts don't matter. Innuendo is all these MAGA Republicans care about, as they do nothing nothing for the American people about issues the American people actually care about. And so during this visit to the sensitive compartmented information facility, Marjorie Taylor Greene did what is illegal. She took a notepad and she wrote everything that was on this document. And so first, she immediately held a press conference. She was like the only person there. I guess others realized what she was doing was illegal, where she talked about the document. And here, I'll show you this clip. And again, she's reading from notes. Again, this is a violation of the law, in my opinion. And national security experts seem to also agree that this would be a violation of law, going into a SCIF and taking notes about a classified document and reading it. Let me show you. This is what she says.
He said at the time there were no direct payments made to the big guy, but in a meeting later, after he had become more upset as things were unfolding, he told the informant that he has 2 pieces of evidence showing proof of payment to Hunter and specifically Joe Biden.
And just to be clear there, notice there is no proof in what she's saying. The document itself doesn't have receipts. It doesn't have anything that we would consider evidence, right? In our system, we want to be evidence-based, right? When Donald Trump is indicted, there is evidence. There's photographs, there's text messages, there's receipts, there's under oath testimony. There is actual evidence, not just innuendo. And I know MAGA Republicans don't like that. And here, Marjorie Taylor Greene goes on TV. She goes on Laura Ingraham, and in my view, seems that she admitted to committing a federal crime on TV by taking these notes and going into the SCIF. And she says that it's not classified document. It is a classified document. That's why it was in a SCIF. Here, play this clip.
What we read today in the SCIF, and I want to let everyone know, this was an unclassified document. This is a document that all of America should be able to see. But the FBI is stonewalling us, and they would only let us see it in a SCIF. Well, what I did after reading the document is I made notes when I walked out, and I went to the table and I wrote down everything that I had just read so that I could come out and tell the American people what I read.
And again, based entirely on hearsay within hearsay within hearsay that is clearly coming from a foreign adversary, laundered through Rudy Giuliani, who lies about everything. That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing. And here, Marjorie Taylor Greene holds an event in Georgia that she just held. And here she says that what really should have happened is that she says Joe Biden should have been hauled out of the White House yesterday in handcuffs because of what she saw in the SCIF. Like, what are these people talking about? Play this clip.
And it is no coincidence that yesterday, when we walk out of a SCIF in the Capitol and bring out the most damning, credible evidence against Joe Biden, impeachable offenses, and I'll argue this, he should have been hauled out of the White House yesterday in handcuffs. But instead, what was the news cycle last night? That they have indicted President Trump for mishandling classified documents? You should be outraged. This is good, because I'm with you.
And of course, you remember this moment from a MAGA Republican who chairs the House Oversight Committee, James Comer, who announced that the FBI whistleblowers had gone missing. Here, play this clip.
Well, unfortunately, we can't track down the informant. We're hopeful that the informant is still there. The whistleblower knows the informant. The whistleblower is very credible.
Hold on a second, Congressman. Did you just say that the whistleblower or the informant is now missing?
Well, we're hopeful that we can find the informant. Now, remember, these informants are kind of in the spy business. So they don't make a habit of being seen a lot or being high profile or anything like that. 9 of the 10 people that we've identified that have very good knowledge with respect to the Bidens, they're one of 3 things, Maria. They're either currently in court, they're currently in jail, or they're currently missing.
Then let me read for you a statute, 18 U.S.C. Section 793, gathering, transmitting, or losing defense information. A, whoever for the purpose of obtaining information respecting the national defense with intent or reason to believe that the information is to be used to the injury of the United States, and with like intent, you go to subsection B, copies, takes, makes, or obtains or attempts to copy, take, or make or obtain any sketch, photographic, negative, blueprint, plan, map, model, instrument, appliance, document, writing, or note of anything connected with the national defense. And that is a crime right there. Also, numerous other statutes that deal with taking classified information and publicizing it. But no, look, the reason that this document remains classified is the ultimate propriety of the allegation is laundered through Rudy Giuliani from a source that is not credible. The MAGA Republicans go, the source is credible. It was a credible FBI source. No, first off, they want to defund and abolish the FBI, but now they're saying there's a credible FBI source. The FBI source received the allegation from somebody else who didn't have proof. You, me, anybody could go to the FBI source and make an allegation. And on that basis, the MAGA Republicans go, see, there's an allegation. There's an allegation. Arrest him. Arrest him. It is so profoundly stupid and so profoundly criminal, and it makes me so profoundly angry just what these MAGA Republicans have become. It is a clown show. They are completely out of their minds, but it's very dangerous what they are doing. It is so un-American what they are doing every single day. It's an idiocracy. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 1.5 million subscribers thanks to your support. Check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch, and wherever you get audio podcasts, subscribe to the MeidasTouch podcast. Have a great day.
Lock him up. Indictment season is upon us. Celebrate with the new Indictment Season t-shirt and v-neck exclusively at store.MeidasTouch.com.